It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Detectives have arrested a woman accused of being connected to a major drug ring operating in the Hunter. Criminal gang squad officers from Strike Force Raptor commenced an investigation into the large-scale supply of methamphetamine and MDMA tablets in November 2018. 4 men and a woman aged between 19 and 40 have since been charged and are before the courts. Officers arrested a 6th person, a 60-year-old woman at Aberglasslyn yesterday. She's accused of helping to transport as many as 2,000 MDMA tablets and has been refused bail to face court in July. Labor's defence spokesman will be in the Hunter today to announce the federal opposition's response to the PFAS crisis at Williamtown. Richard Marles is expected to commit to further testing on the impact of PFAS contamination and a nationwide ban on the chemical in firefighting foams. He's also likely to commit a future Shorten government to taking on the full $20 million joint commitment made in March with the state opposition to clean drains if they won government in New South Wales. However, no announcement is expected on compensation or property buyouts for red zone residents. Newcastle MP Tim Crackenthorpe has welcomed the Planning Minister's announcement spot rezoning could be scrapped, but says he wants to see action from the government. The process allows developers and landowners to apply to rezone an area through individual applications, which would be in breach of local environmental plans. New South Wales Labor pledged to stop the process in the lead up to the March election. Tim Crackenthorpe says this is a backflip from the government.
That's certainly a policy that we took to the election. We need the government to implement this as soon as possible. There are communities out there that are really hurting, and Newcastle is one of them on spot rezoning. So let's get this happening, and I'll be holding the minister to account every inch of the way.
The Hunter has been caught up in the technical issues which have dogged NAPLAN testing this week. Many students were unable to log on or lost their work due to network failures, including students from Valentine Public School. It's believed a firewall issue could be to blame for the connectivity issues. 2 days out from the federal election, Port Stephens Council is hoping candidates will hear calls for an increase to financial assistance grants for local governments. The grants are provided to councils every year by the government and can be crucial to areas with limited alternatives for revenue collection. Council has joined a national campaign by the Australian Local Governments Association to call for more funding. Mayor Ryan Palmer says councils use the money to improve their communities.
With IPAR's decision this week to knock back Port Stephens Council's rate variation, it's more important now than ever that we get our fair share of funding from the Australian federal government.
And around 140 exhibitors will be on hand today at the Newcastle Jockey Club for the Newcastle and Lake Macquarie Career Expo.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Knights have broken membership records with the club today, announcing they've signed up more than 20,000 members. CEO Phil Gardner praised the amazing support of the local community and says it reminds the players how important it is to perform and win home games. The milestone marks the first time the Knights have cracked the 20,000 mark in the club's history, despite not playing finals football since 2013. Newcastle basketball product Ben Simmons has announced on Twitter he'll represent Australia at the FIBA World Cup. The 22-year-old NBA All-Star has been in lengthy contract talks with the Philadelphia 76ers, but Simmons quickly confirmed his commitment to the Boomers following his team's exit from the playoffs on Monday. The full squad is set to be announced next week ahead of the competition in August. And 3 Maitland Pickers players, Hayden Granger, Peter Cronin and Sam Anderson, will face off against their former club Curry in round 4 of the Newcastle Rugby League on Saturday. And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 40, 34, 9, 42, 1 and 41, and the supplementaries are 6 and 27. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.